All right, so y'all already know how this one is gonna go right here. They'll attack a black man for showing up to a Trump rally, then turn around and act like the community is just misunderstood. I want you to watch how fast the story changes when the camera stays on us.
A black Trump supporter was attacked at a Trump rally for simply being black at a Trump rally. Black Trump supporters, they only like you and accept you if you degrade other black people and degrade other cultures. They only like you because your vote helps them win. They don't like you and they don't see you as equal, which is why this black Trump supporter was attacked at a Trump event. After they attacked him from behind and sucker punched him, this black Trump supporter was able to get up and get his lick back. Did y'all see that? When they was on top of that black Trump supporter beating him up, nobody broke it up. But as soon as that black Trump supporter got up and was finna whoop his ass, then they want to break it up. I'm sorry to tell you, but black people do not belong at Trump rallies. They do not want you there. It might as well be a KKK rally. Real Trump supporters love toting guns and flying Confederate flags. Stay woke.
Wow, how intellectually dishonest here. It says you guys make shit up like this all the time. And this comment right here says he wasn't attacked because he was black. This was a fight over vendors selling Trump merch outside the event hours before Trump even spoke. Do some simple research before spreading misinformation. I'm so tired of retarded people on this platform. And then the last one, what a lying F-tard. You probably need you probably need attacked, but that's because you're R-word again, and that's okay. Go get you a waffle and a glass of milk. You'll be full, but still R-worded. So according to him, which is wrong from what we're gathering all the pieces to, a black man puts on a hat and shows up to a Trump rally, and the next thing you know, he's on the ground. Not because he was fighting, not because he said something wow, but according to him, just for being black at a Trump rally, and he's a Trump supporter. That's not true. You know, that's the part I want you to sit with. You know, they trying to frame Trump supporters, all of us, as racist. But when we show up and it's not a problem, that's a problem. So they got to create a problem. Now, I want you to watch the same energy that just quote unquote jumped him. And yeah, I want you to see how they talk about how they are scared of us.
They fight so hard to keep shit the way it is because they scared of us. They scared we gonna do to them what they did to us, and we nothing like them. That's why they don't want the playing field even. We gotta work 4-5 times harder just to get the little shit that they got. So imagine if it was an even playing field. They so scared that they will become the fucking slaves.
Wow. Look at that. Sunroof open, smiling. They scared of us on the screen. You know, that's the version that they like. You know, the one that don't cost nothing. The one that don't require you to actually stand for anything except the vibe. You know, it's easy to say that they're scared of us when you're in the car. It's different. It's a very different conversation. Apparently when you at a rally in a hat. Which is not true. They mischaracterized that whole thing. But I'm still keep playing along with that. Now, let's take that same energy to the bounce house.
You as a black man, do you have white exhaustion?
Yes, I do. I definitely got white fatigue. It's like, and when I dream, if I'm not in the truth in my dream,
Right.
it's a nightmare.
Right.
Because when I wake up, I'm in a nightmare. Man, I have white exhaustion. You know what I mean? I should have a lawsuit for all the evil and all the trauma that I've went through. You know what I mean? Dealing with white supremacy and looking at how they destroy our women and destroy our kids. I gotta be suffering from some type of white fatigue clinically. It has to be. It gotta be a term. You know what else? If you can deny white supremacy and still, benefit from it, then you can also be a white person and go against white people to help black people.
Right.
And that's what they should do to help my white fatigue that I'm suffering from.
You as a black man.
What? This is the part that gets me. Two grown men at a festival, bounce houses in the background, drinks in hand, giving a whole TED talk about white exhaustion. My brother. I'm sure if he heard me say it, he'd be like, "You're not my brother. Hold up, you know." You are at a Renaissance fair of victimhood. Ain't nobody exhausted. Y'all just found a new way to stay the main character without ever having to look in a mirror. Now, let's hear from somebody who actually did look.
I finally get it. I finally understand why liberal women don't like President Trump. Because for months, y'all have been coming into my comments and asking, why y'all support him? He's literally trying to take away our rights. And what right is that exactly? Well, to stop y'all from being lunatic, murderous skanks? So as y'all may or may not heard this week, Massachusetts governor signed an abortion law allowing abortions all the way up until birth. You skanks are really willing to kill your kids right up until the final moments of having. It's really despicable that now that the woman's womb is no longer a safe space for children. It's so selfish because y'all know the act that it takes to be able to make a child. And if you know that you're not going to want the kid, why do the act? And that's how I know a lot of y'all are demons and y'all just don't like following God and following God's law. It's really funny how y'all are saying that President Trump is trying to tell y'all what to do with y'all bodies when y'all have a whole gay, white, liberal woman giving y'all permission to kill children. Ain't that telling y'all what to do with y'all bodies? And not only that, in the worst possible way ever. Now, I don't have a problem with gay people because we have gay conservatives, great gay conservatives that put America first and that still follows God's law. Then you have these versions of evil gays that sit out here and promote the devil's work. I guess since she chose to not want to have kids, she want to bestow that same thing upon women when the Lord told us to be fruitful and multiply. And then you got the rest of them standing behind her cheering and clapping. They just look evil, like they just need horns on the back of their head. These are the people that you support. These are people, again, of the Democratic Party, which I always say supports evil. And in speaking of President Trump, he did something absolutely amazing this week. He snatched away Medicaid funding from these parents that is trying to have transgender surgeries on their kids. Which is great because I don't want my taxpayer dollars to fund your demonic activities. I truly cannot believe that y'all are out here electing for your children to have their gender change because they're not grown enough to make these kind of decisions. It's y'all making the decisions for them. Y'all sick asses are out here changing the genders that God already given them. It's truly unbelievable how sick y'all are out here. And if you are out here aborting your kids, and if you are out here switching their genders, I truly hope and pray that you get the VIP stadium seats to hell. Y'all need an express charter flight to the devil's house. No concessions, no intermissions, just straight up lake of fire. And again, I understand why y'all don't like President Trump, and the main thing is because he's stopping y'all from being murderers. Because what laws did we lose as women? Please, I'd love to know.
Right. I second that. I'd like to know what laws the women lost. She says she finally gets it, and I believe her. A lot of these liberal women don't hate Trump because of policy. They hate that he don't need their permission to exist. They hate that he don't perform the guilt. They hate that some of us stop performing it too. That's the real abortion that, they talking about. They aborted the old script. Now, let's talk about what actually happens when nobody is performing.
Joanne Perry was a mother of 6 who beat cancer twice, raising her family here on Chicago's West Side, and it was not too far from her home when her life was ripped away. Her family tells me she was an innocent bystander walking to the store when gunfire erupted blocks away from where she was standing.
10 seconds is all it takes to think about the outcomes, the recourse of what causes other people pain and heartbreak. It's just not right.
A family left in heartache on the day they're grieving one loved one who died exactly 8 years ago. Now they're being forced to mourn that loved one's daughter, murdered not far from home.
I ain't never thought that we'd be in this place again. It just don't make no sense. That was my last sister.
Shell casings scattered across several West Side blocks illustrate the brazen barrage of gunfire unleashed Wednesday, killing 2 people, including Joanne Perry.
Slapped right up under your nose on a lovely day that she loved to do every day. Let's go play lottery. You know, she just want to go outside. You know, because she battled these conditions and she overcame them. And all she want to do is just live her life. You know, and to be gunned down senselessly over something that didn't have nothing to do with her.
Family members say the 64-year-old was walking to a store at Jackson and Pulaski to play the lottery. That's when Chicago police say just before noon, 2 suspects approached a 25-year-old man who was standing about a block away near Adams in Pulaski. At least one of those suspects, police say, pulled out a gun and began firing at the man, hitting him multiple times. Police say they later found Perry a distance away, shot in the chest.
This is not right, and they need to do something about it. Like, these young kids don't care no more.
Chicago police say the suspects got away in a black sedan. 28th Ward Alderman Jason Irving tells me that police are looking at surveillance video of the shooting, while Perry's family is pleading for the gunmen to turn themselves in. At the Area 4 police station in Garfield Park, I'm Trey Ward.
65-year-old black woman walking to the store, who's also a cancer survivor, mother of 6, shot in the chest. And the question she asks is the only one that matters. Where's the outrage? The sister asks. You know, honestly, where's the national press? Where's this is why we need to talk about when it's us doing it to us. Now, they'll fly across the country for one story. They won't even drive across town for this one. And that's why this last one hits way different.
You know, when are people going to realize that there's no saving the black community? And I'm not talking about those of us that go to work every day, take care of our families, 2 parents in the household. I'm not talking about those black people. I'm talking about the other ones. The ones who have given us such a bad name in the last 40 years that we can't even go to simple outings without people being afraid that something might pop off. And you know what? They're right. Because a lot of black folks like myself, we don't want to be around that group of people either. Do you know that today you can lose your life for staring at someone the wrong way? Someone that looks like you. You can lose your life. In what other culture is that a thing? Our children are being hunted by each other and no one's saying nothing about it. And I don't care what anybody say. You can call me all the Uncle Toms you want, all the bootlickers that you want. But to be honest with you, you're the bootlicker and you're the Uncle Tom, because at this point in time, silence is treason and you're consenting to the murder and degradation of your own community. And people like myself that get on this mic and they talk about what's going on, we are the heroes. We don't get the respect that we deserve, but guess what? A lot of people are waking up and a lot of people are listening. You might not, but others are. The people that make a difference, they are. Just think about it. Over 78% of households are headed by black women. That's a problem. That is a huge problem. When are we going to start taking care of the trash that's going on in our own backyard? When are we going to start accepting the fact that we are creating a group of monsters that are terrorizing the United States of America and these inner cities?
Now, he said it. He said, there's no saving the black community. Not because white people won't let us, because too many of us decided the performance is more important than the people. And you can lose your life in Uncle Tom's all you want. But silence is still treason when the bodies are piling up. I'm just saying. So they quote unquote attack a black man at a rally for wearing the Trump hat, but we can find out that could be potentially because of a vendor issue. They'll smile and say, white people are scared of us. You know, they'll give speeches at the bounce houses and make sure that it's weaved in some level of victim. And then a 64-year-old woman gets shot walking to the store, and the room is seemingly quiet. That's the order. That's the story. So, if you made it to the end of this video, I just want you to put bounce house. That way I know you made it to the end, so people who come in the comment section can be confused if they didn't make it to the end. Y'all be safe. Please go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.